Hi guys, I hope you're having a beautiful day. As always, I decided to do a little bit of sort of an impromptu video. I highlight my own hair. I've been kind of lazy lately just because I've been having a rough, 6 to 8 weeks or so. So I've put it off, but now my roots are crazy, crazy long. So I kind of wanted to show you a little bit along the way of how I highlight my own hair. So yeah, I'm just sort of gonna check in every so often and then show you how I do it. So before I start on my hair, I have to mix up the bleach and the developer, or the hydrogen peroxide. So I use Goldwell. This is the Oxycore Platin Lightening Powder, aka powder bleach. And I will take 1 scoop. And this is a professional brand because, once again, I am a licensed cosmetologist, so this is just how I do it, and I'm not telling you how to do it. If you're not a professional, go see a professional. If you're going to try it at home by yourself, that's all your decision and not mine. But I just want to show you how I do it. So I have 20 volume and 10 volume. My hair is pretty light, so it will usually lift with the 10 volume. So you want to use the lowest volume peroxide that you can because it's less damaging to your hair. So I'm going to start with 10 volume, and then once I get to a certain point, I'm going to add 20 volume so I can have it all develop around the same time. So I'm going to add some 10 volume peroxide, and you want it to be, it's like 35 milliliters of peroxide per bleach. So you want it to be kind of creamy paste. So this is like a gel cream formula bleach. So if that makes any sense. So let me see. So you want to keep mixing it until all the lumps are gone. I still have a couple more lumps, but I need both hands to mix it. So this is kind of what you want it to look like. Not as thick as toothpaste, but not as runny as glue. So somewhere in between. So I have taken a small section here down at the bottom. I tend to work sort of in a rainbow pattern. I'm going to keep doing layers up and over my head like this, and all the way down the other side like a big horseshoe or a rainbow. So I'm going to take this first section of hair. This is called a weaving comb, or a metal rat tail comb, and then you're going to take and you're going to lift up the sections of the hair that are highlighted. So let me just do that here. So I want to grab the hairs that I highlighted last time because I want to keep part brown and part blonde. So now I'm going to take the blonde chunks that I've separated out, push the brown pieces down. So now I have just the blonde highlight pieces. I'm going to take a piece of aluminum foil here, and these are foil that you can actually buy at Costco. They come like this, 500 foil sheets, and then I cut them in half. So you pull it out of the little thing, and it's twice as long as this, and then you just cut it straight down the middle. And these are perfect for doing hair. So I take my comb and I put it behind the foil, bend the foil over just a little. So I put the little flappy side next to my head. Boom. And you can really clearly see where my new growth is versus where the highlight is down here. So I want to place the bleach on where the new growth is, not the old growth. So then I just take and try to get it as close to the scalp as I can without getting it off of the foil, because if you get it off of the foil, it's going to do what's called bleeding, and it leaves line on it. It bleaches out the hair. You don't want it to bleach out. So just get it as close as you can while it's still on the foil. And then if it needs to go down into the other hair just a little bit, you see you want it to blend nicely, you can take the side of the brush and just sort of pull it down just a little bit to blend it with the existing blonde. Or if you see a little bit of brown that's a little bit longer than others, you can just sort of do that. So it's not just like a stark line. Then you take the hair here that you don't want to bleach, you kind of pull it over to the side, take your foil and wrap it up as close to the top of the seam as possible. And then you're going to fold it a second time. Then remember we have this little flap down here at the bottom that we folded originally. I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to take the flap and I'm going to push it up under the highlights as close to my scalp as possible. And then I'm going to fold the two edges in so it won't pull down. I'm actually pulling on it right now and it won't come down. So you kind of fold these at an angle inwards. So here they are before, fold them at a little angle inwards so it'll sort of lock it in place. Then you're going to take the next one and do it. So, and you kind of want to work a little bit quick here because you want them to evenly lift on your head. So here is the next one. And this side is tempting to use to part your hair, but the better way to do it is like with the comb here. So take a section, whatever size you're comfortable with. The smaller the better, so that the bleach can get through all of those layers. If you choose too much hair all at once, the bleach isn't going to make it through all those layers. So now I'm just going to take and pull this over to the side. So depending on how blonde I want to be, here's where you have an option. You can take this section and you take your little comb and you can split it in half horizontally this way. So if I want a little bit more brunette, I can split it in half this way and then drop half of the hair off. So then this half is going to stay brown. It's not going to be highlighted, and then I can choose to just highlight this section. So I can then weave out the sections that were blonde before. So there's the sections that were blonde before, and then I would put my foil and highlight, but I actually want to take all of this section. And this is a little more difficult to do on yourself than it is on other people. So be warned, if you know how to do this, it's going to be significantly faster on someone else than it is on yourself. So I wrapped the foil around the comb, put the foil up near my scalp. I can see exactly where the new growth is. And I'm going to get it up there as close as I can without getting it on my scalp. Place the new bleach. Turn my little thingy sideways and kind of comb it down just a little bit so I can blend it with the existing highlights. Going to take this hair and scoot it over to the side. Take the metal piece, fold it up to my scalp, and then I'm going to take this piece and fold it in half a second time. I'm going to take the metal flap underneath, take the comb and lift it up to my scalp, and then fold the little flappies in at an angle. So then you have a really clean stack of foils. And I'm kind of crumpling them a lot today, but I'm looking in a viewfinder to do this, which I don't normally do. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna do some more. Alright, so I have all my foils in my rainbow pattern. That probably took me like half hour, 45 minutes-ish. Started getting slower over here. Yeah, so I have those all in, but since it's taken a while, I want to check on this first foil I did to see if it's lifted to where I want it to be, because when the foils get where they want to be, I want to just take them out one by one. I don't want to wait for this last foil to lift as light as this foil, because then I'm just going to be damaging my hair. So check on each of your little foils as it happens so you can take them out and preserve the integrity of your hair as much as possible. And remember also that the color that it is right here is usually a little bit darker in real life because it has like a light colored bleach on it. So it might look lighter because it has white bleach on it, or blue bleach, but it's actually just ever so slightly darker. So, and if it's ever so slightly brassy, you can always tone it. So that is more than light enough for me. And like I said, it's going to look lighter because it has bleach on it, but really it's going to match the rest of my hair here. So let's check on the next foil. And that one is the appropriate color. Once I take it out of the foil, you might be thinking like, oh geez, she's got wet bleach here, but bleach stops working when it dries. So if I just take it out of the foil and leave it there and just let it dry, it'll stop working. You can also put conditioner on it too. So let me check on the next one. I'm just going to open this one and peek at it. So yeah, I'm good with that one. And then I'm going to leave the rest of these to just keep lifting, because that one started to be a little bit, you know, darker than what I wanted. So that means these haven't yet lifted, and then certainly not these over here. So I'm actually going to put a couple foils towards the back of my head now. I just use a couple mirrors and I could do it. If it was someone else doing it, I would have a friend help maybe, so you could get some more back here, but it goes pretty much to the crown of my head. So yeah, I'll check back in a little bit. Alright, so I just pulled my last bit of foils out. I am looking just so incredibly beautiful I can't even handle it. That's a joke. And I'm going to hop in the shower, and I'm actually going to use this purple shampoo. So this is the Generic Value Products Conditioning Shampoo. It is compared to the Clairol Shimmer Lights, except it's less expensive. And I get it at Sally's Beauty. So it's just a really purple shampoo. Let me show you. So there we go. With the top off, you can see that the shampoo is like Barney purple. That's going to help tone out any brassiness. So because my hair is so light and it lightens really easily, I don't really need to use an official toner. I can just tone with this shampoo. So I'm going to take a shower. Alright, so I just got out of the shower after toning my hair, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like wet. You can't really, I mean, you can see where the highlights are, but you can't see the full effect of it. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like wet after a little brush. Sort of parted it kind of where I normally part it, and then we're going to blow dry it, and I'll show you what it looks like for the final product. And yes, I'm in my towel. Hi guys! So I am finished washing and blowing dry my hair, and here is what my highlights look like when they are done. So you can see, yeah, got rid of all my root. I do like to leave kind of a mixture of my blonde and brunette. I feel like it gives a more natural look, and then I always leave my natural brown down below, so that way my eyebrows don't look all weird and out of place. But I think it's just a really natural sort of blonde color that tends to suit me pretty well. So that's what the final outlook looks like. And I actually do need to go and, oh, I didn't flat iron this very well over here. Huh. I actually do need to go and get a haircut just to put some more layers into my hair, but you can see, you can't really tell where the new stuff begins and the old stuff, you know, starts, because we turned our brush sideways and then sort of blended it down in together. But yeah, by doing it myself, you know, I save quite a bit of money as opposed to going to the salon, and honestly I enjoy how it comes out looking when I do it more than the times that I've been to the salon. So yeah, that is it. I hope that gives you guys a little insight on how I highlight my own hair at home, just in the bathroom. Yeah, anywho, if you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave it down below. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button so we can hang out some more. If you're already a subscriber, happy subscriber dance.
comments. I love hanging out with you guys. Yeah, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!